How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today we have a gel blaster. This one is pretty popular on Amazon. This is the M416, which makes no sense. Made by Bamboo. I don't know. They have a red, a blue version, I think a black version as well. This right here is 7.4 volts, so it's reasonably powerful with rechargeable battery. It does come with cheap little sun protection, eye protection, rechargeable battery, high-speed launch, USB charger. This is the blue version. When you get it, you do have to assemble the rifle. It's very, very easy to assemble. It shows you the manual. It's mainly just attachments, so it's very minor, nothing crazy. You do get a small sling, but honestly, it's too short for me. A USB charger, very important to charge it. You get 10,000 Orbeez that you do have to soak in water. It says 46 hours. I would just leave them overnight. Get a big enough container because they are going to expand. I'll put it in a tiny little container because it'll expand and it'll just pop out everywhere. So keep that in mind. So you get 10,000 of those. This is the eye protection you get with the little side. So this is reasonable eye protection, not the best that I've seen. And going to the rifle itself is right here. Really nice rifle. For what it is, I think I paid $45 as a $5 coupon. It does have a little carver grip, huge Picatinny rail. You can slide the off or on the iron sight. It does have a kickdown scope, so you can use the iron sight. It does have hole for different range finding. You can adjust that as well. The scope will go back up. You can adjust the range on the scope. I don't know how accurate it is, but you can. It has Picatinny rails on the sides right here, so you can actually put like flashlight and other attachments as well. It does have a fully automatic mode and a semi. Right now it's in semi, so I would have to cock it. I think that. Oh, there we go. Semi, and then fully automatic, which I don't think the battery is currently hooked up. Which the battery isn't currently hooked up. So let's open this up. There is a battery. Where did I put that battery at? Oh, on the porch. That's where she was pointing at. Sorry. So let me just walk over and grab it. It is right here. This is a significantly decent sized little battery. It has a different connector. This is an SM4. So it is a little different than the airsoft one. So you got to watch what batteries you buy if you do want to upgrade it in the future. I will be letting you know a little more information afterwards. So this is a 7.4 volt, 1200 milliamp stick battery. It has 3 connections. That's how it charges. You can see 2 cells, so it needs 3 wires to charge. That's how it charges. It does not have a balance lead like this battery does not have one. So as you can see on mine, there are 2 connectors. I've already modded mine. So mine has the standard connector, and then it has a different connector because the different connector will hook up the 3-cell. I'm in the process of testing 3-cell. I want to do the review on this, and then I want to properly test 3-cell, which is 11.1 volts, to make sure it doesn't damage the gun before I recommend to someone to take their gun, they shoot it, and it breaks. As always, there is a risk when you go above the voltage. The motor itself will handle it. I'm not sure about the mechanism. It may just take away its life. Instead of lasting 5 years, it'll last 2 years. Whatever it may be, I'm going to do the testing and mess with it and see if it's worth the performance gain, so stay tuned for that. So we're just going to slide. We're going to move the wires to the side, just like so. We're going to slide the battery in first. You always want to slide the battery in first before you connect it. Just like so. You want to connect your connection, just like so. Make sure it clips all the way in. Tuck the remainder of the wires. It is a little bit tighter having 2 connectors, but it will still go in there. I promise you that because I've already done it. It'll still tuck in there for you, just like so. Close that. Then of course you're gonna grab your stock. You do have your, if you push it all the way this way, it locks it out, so it'll just continuously move, see? Or you can select, see that? So you would hold it to put it on, and then you would stop it, let go. So you can adjust the different positions. For me, I'm kind of a big guy, so that's about comfortable for me. What else? Now that the battery is in, there will be fully automatic mode. I don't want to shoot these beads all over the yard, so I don't want the dog eating them. We are going to be shooting over there. We have a Nerf target that's over here right now. We will be setting that up, see if it works. I've never used Nerf with Orbeez, so we're going to find out. What else? The magazine is a manual feed. Dropped another ball. Is a manual feed. So as it clicks this, it's gonna shove the balls in there. It is not a motorized feed like some of the more fancier, nicer ones are. It still does work, believe it or not. It'll still shoot at a decent rate. So we have that as well. So assembly was easy, just put on the carver, the attachments like I mentioned. This twists on, make sure you feed the wire through. This right here twists on as well, but the scope is on part of it, so I can't untwist it for you right now. Obviously this comes off. Watch it, some states requires you to have this on, so pay attention to that. So a reasonable little gun for $45. I don't expect a crazy amount of performance. It should be good enough. Being motorized 7.4 volts, it should shoot reasonable. I've shot this at work, so why not shoot a few rounds off for you guys, show you that it does okay. So what we'll do is we won't turn the game on. Well, we'll turn it on, but we'll just play it as one player. We'll only shoot a couple rounds, and then me and my wife will have a little shootout with a couple other guns as well. So play some music. Player 1, we'll go to mode, we'll go to 2-player, select player 1. When you're ready, you hit start. 3, 2, 1. You technically have a timer, and then the other one will light up when it's your turn. So when you hit it, so you get more time also when you hit the 50. So let's go ahead and turn off or reset it, and I'll hang it up. And I'll just select player 1. And we're gonna put it here, so if I miss, I shoot into the aisle. So I'm gonna go back from the deck hunting. Just try to get a shot at target, really. Look at the light, that looks pretty good. So.
Going too far.
No, honestly, the range is not impressive on this gun. A little disappointing with the range and power. And it's dropping so fast, like you have to arc it. See how I'm arcing? And the magazine, I think, only holds like maybe 100 or 75. Very small magazine, very narrow in there. So that's not impressive as well. I think they do make bigger drum that clips in, and maybe for the other ones. So honestly, this one may be a pass for me, to be honest with you. There is an AK that I think is $49 that has 200 FPS and is $5 more than this one. That's the one I would go with because I watch reviews on there. It's not that impressive. I don't know if 11 volt will make it impressive. We have to test that in a separate video and modify and put it through the ringer and see if it actually holds up and doesn't fall apart and break. Mine may hold up, yours may not hold up. So anytime you modify, it is at your own risk. I just always like to let folks know that. So honestly, let's switch it to manual mode. See if it has a couple rounds in there.
Cool.
And shot through it a little. Manual mode is even weaker. The cool part about manual mode is, I guess technically if your battery dies and you want to get off like a round or two to hit that person and get them out or whatever, it will do it. But not impressive at all, to be honest with you. Let's step back over here. The balls that I'm using are not the factory balls. I'm using these gel right here, the actual name brand gel beads. I wanted a ball that didn't come with either one manufacturer or the other. I wanted something that's in the middle so I can be like, okay, they both shot the same balls. What's the variable here? I made sure I soak them plenty of time. You can see them. These are these right here. So I use the same balls for all the guns to kind of keep a fair, you know, maybe if I have some crappy balls or they break harder, they're softer. That way they'll have the same beginning. Just to let you know, it does shoot with, you're gonna need a different connector, but it does shoot with 11 volt. Like I said, that'll be a different video. So honestly, in conclusion, for the price, what you get isn't terrible for $45, because the $5 coupon makes it no taxes. But like I said, there's guns just barely above it for another $5 that will probably outshoot it, outperform it, everything. So I would probably pass. The plastic is very thin and light. Has hardly no weight to it. It may be a new older generation mechanism. The plastics are very, very light in it. This one is starting to get a little loose, which isn't the deal breaker. Screw a little bit of glue or whatever, a little bit of hot glue or just a screw, and then untap it and tap it. There's actually a screw hole right there. I may just make it to where it can tap in. Mag release is okay. Doesn't hold many bullets. You can empty it very fast in a fight. You'd want more than one mag. So that's the reason why I think I'm gonna have to go with the pass. The scope is cool. It does actually adjust, but this is not gonna get that kind of range. This is gonna get, I would say, hold on 1 second, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So this is a very effective way, believe it or not, this is yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. This is only like 30, let's say 35 feet, because it is at an angle. Let's say 35 feet. I think this will shoot only about 40, 45 feet at the most, and that's gonna be arced trying to hit someone. You wanna stay within a 20-something foot range. This is not gonna leave a welt on you. The only good side is if you get this to a younger kid, you still wanna wear eye protection, but it's not gonna leave welts and it's not gonna hurt when you shoot someone with this. It's still fun. I've gotten hit with it, it does nothing. So that's the only aspect of this, and they are fairly affordable. They're small, there's a small, I can tell you this right now, there's a small machine gun that I bought for my buddies and nephews. It was $23 and it was a submachine gun this big with a big container of screws on top, and it was fully automatic, and that thing was $23 and it will outshoot this. So it will shoot faster, better, everything. So go with that if you're gonna be looking on a budget. For now that I know of experiences, I will find other guns. There are other guns in the process of being reviewed, and we're gonna be testing and comparing. So there you have it, guys. That's gonna do it for the M4. It's not a hard pass. If you like the way it looks and you don't need that kind of high power performance, it's okay, you know. If you get it on sale for cheaper, and I think there are a couple that may be cheaper, or directly from Banggood to China, get it for like 20-something bucks, 30 bucks, then it's more appealing. But 45 from Amazon, pass, get the AK for 5 more bucks. So that's pretty much it for this one. There will be an end of the, whenever I'm done with my little gel ball thing from RC Cincy Extras, there will be a final comparison of all of them. We'll get everybody together and we'll shoot at targets and have some fun and do some other comparisons. This is just so it's just gonna get blown out of the water by the other one. So I don't know if it's gonna make the cut, but at least we have it to compare. My nephew might enjoy this if he's allowed with it. We'll see, but yeah. So that's gonna do it for this one. I think I showed the mag release and everything. It's very basic, yeah, nothing spectacular here, and that's for sure. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Stay tuned for all the other videos and comparisons and all that coming soon, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.